everyone. So now let's just continue the discussion in chapter 5. So in chapter 4, just a quick recap, no? We have discussed the price structure. Now let's continue with the pricing policy influencing the customer expectation and purchase behavior. So we have discussed already pricing policy and customers expectation. Customer develop pricing expectation based on the past experience, no? Kung ano yung experience ng customer sa previous na purchase nila and how they understand or how they comprehend the pricing of um, the the store or the business towards their yung pricing nila towards sa products nila and sa customers nila. So, it's a rule and habit ang pricing policy applied that defines the criteria under which a company change, no? So, let's proceed sa policies for price negotiation. Sinabi natin last time that in reactive, pricing decision can lead into price inconsistencies across customers and over discounting really affect that and hurts the profitability of the business, 'di ba? Kapag na malaki masyadong discount, maliliit ang kita ng business. Ang proactive naman is the policy based on price negotiation established guidelines. There will be a guideline, there will be a policy, and magkakaroon ng basis ang store to what extent the discounting or to what extent lamang ang pwede nilang ibigay sa customer nila. So, yun, train teams and implement structured pricing negotiation. So, nandito, no? Mga approach, case to case, case by case decision, ang sa ad hoc. Ang sa kwa naman, di ba, depende kasi sa cases kung prone to excessive discount yun nga kapag sa ad hoc. And also, encourage price-driven buying, no? Marami talagang bibili kasi magbe-base talaga siya sa um, since mas mura yung product, may encourage siya ang customer to buy product. So policy-based price negotiation naman, consistent ang pricing policy. Consistent talaga yung product pricing ng isang business. So discount tied since there is a policy or guidelines for that, the discounting is nakakuha na siya um, nakadikit na talaga siya at di na siya basta-basta. Diba, makita natin sa stores, kung 20% siya, hindi mo na siya pwede babaan pa. Hindi ka na pwede mag-ask na, oy, pwede pa mag-discount. Nandun na yung discount, di ka na pwede magpapaba pa kasi meron ka lang guideline. Reinforces value-based pricing. Based on the value of the product is the pricing. So, policies for different buyer types. So there are different types of buyer. You must understand that there are different type of buyers. Hindi lahat is pare-pareho. So relationship buyers. So ito yung mga klase ng buyer that value service and reliability. So the best pricing policy for them is to offer long-term contracts and loyalty benefits because they are relational rather, relational. So since they consistently buying in your store, it's better to have loyalty benefits, di ba? Na-remember natin sa mga stores, siguro nakabisit na kayo sa mga SM or sa other mga establishment, they have these loyalty cards, ganyan, that can benefit, that their customer can benefit from them. Meron naman tayong tinatawag na transactional buyers. They focus on the lowest price. Siguro ma-consider natin yung karamihan sa atin ng mga transactional because they avoid deep discounts. So, emphasize TCO. Meron naman talagang mga bargain buyers. Yung mandiyan pa mga cook. Pwede pang humingi ng tawad. Yan. Sila yung mga aggressive negotiator. Kahit nandiyan na yung discount, hihingi pa ng discount. Yung iba ng transaction buyers and buyers. Yung bargain buyers, they focus on asking for discount. While yung sa transaction buyers naman, they focus on which product that is alternative ng product nila which has the lower ng mga lower price of the product that is available in the market. So, sa buyer, set firms pricing floor, limit concession. Yun ang best pricing policy sa kanila. Sa power buyers naman, they are large volume buyer. Ito yung mga, siguro malagay natin, sila yung mga nag-wholesale para mas makatipid, nag-wholesale, nagbibili ng bultuhan, paramihan, para mas makaka-discount. So, as a, as strategies or pricing strategies, you must create exclusive pricing tier for them. So, since ganun sila, nalaman mo na may mga ganyang bultuhan na buyers, so you must set a pricing tier for them. So, kapag bibili sila ng ganito, makakatipid sila ng ganito. Di ba yung parang nakikita natin sa TikTok? Okay, for example, kapag bibili ka ng tatlo, malilibre na yung shipping fee or mga ganyan discount. Di ba? So, pricing for managing, ito yung mga example niya. So, policies for managing price increase. Companies must increase prices strategically to maintain profitability without alienating customer. It's really important to not alienate the customers. It's really important for us price strategies to understand that the customer is really important sa business. So, kapag increase ka ng price, hindi naman, sometimes kasi we focus on our side as a business owners or business people na paano tayo, how will we earn profitability. But we forget to consider or include in the equation the customers, no? So kailangan natin to we need to consider them and not alienate them. For example, di ba? Sa napansin natin, a huge increase in the gasoline. Yes, it's really understandable for the business people, the gasoline station, in even sa mga kilid-kilid, nagbebenta sila ng pinapataas nila yung presyo para makakumita naman sila. Pero medyo na-alienate na yung mga customer because parang hindi na yan siya, ano tawag dito, hindi na siya ganun ka, ano tawag dito sa kanila, hindi na siya ganun ka normal sa kanila na pricing kasi medyo mataas na. So, common mistake for this is raising prices too aggressively. Di ba? Napansin natin, ito, nagbabacklash yung customer. May mga negative comments ng customer. Sasabihin na, hey, maluhay naman yung pagkuha. Hindi lang yan na, mura lang yung pagkuha nila sa market. Bakit kailangan nila magbenta ng ganyang kamahal? So, failing to communicate the reason for price increase. Ito ang really important. If you are increasing the prices, you need to communicate to your customers, why are you increasing the prices of the product that you're selling? It's really important for them para di sila ma-alienate. So, the best practice for pricing increase is gradual, transparent, and adjustment instead of large increase. Di ba? Yung hinay-hinay. Transparent ka. Sabihin mo, nagmahal ang gasolina, nagmahal ang flour, nagmahal ang kaya nag-increase ng presyo sa binibenta mong tinapay or sa cake. So, in that way, the customer will understand. Hindi sila ma-alienate, no? Hindi yung bigla ka lang nag-increase for no reason at all. So, link price hikes to value improvement. For example, nag-increase ka ng presyo sa binibenta mong cake. For what reason? Siguro, ginandahan mo yung cake. Siguro, sinasarap mo yung cake. Hindi mo tinipid ang ginamit mong ingredients. In that way, the customer will easily understand, kaya pala nagmahal because eto. So, yun. Segmented price increase. So, higher rates for less price-sensitive customer. Mga ganyan. Nakasegment siya. So, leading industry-wide price increase. Coordinated pricing action within an industry can prevent undercutting, and competitors must communicate price change effectively to avoid losing cost to rivals. It's really important for you to communicate the pricing increase, and you must understand that you need to communicate the increase or decrease of prices, your pricing strategy to your customer, even to your competitors. Why? Kapag effective ito, hindi ka mawawalan ng customer, no? Hindi ka mawawalan ng customer at pupunta sila sa rival company. So transitioning from flexible policy to pricing policy-based pricing. Many companies start with flexible. Case by case, di ba? Mag-depend ka sa kung magkano gusto bilhin ng call. Sasabihin mo, oh, pilasin ka ba mo ba, ma'am? Pilasin ka. Magkano yung kaya mo, ma'am? Hindi ka ganyan. Kailangan mo mag-set ng price. I remember when I was watching a clip in the Reels or 'di ba sa FB Reels, sa TikTok Reels, there are mga artists na nagdo-draw by commission. So nagdo-draw sila for commission. So ang iba nagtataka, um, why are these artists asking for 5,000, 10,000 na commission for their drawing when someone is asking them to draw for them? So the simple reason for that is they are asking for commission. They are asking for payment for their artwork. They are asking for prices na um, sa tingin nila that is kung naman fit naman at karapat dapat naman for their hard work. And it's also based sa willingness naman ng customer to pay. If the customer won't if the price doesn't fit to the customer's expectation, di naman nila yan i-accept na ang pricing ganyan. Siyempre, hindi naman nila kukunin yung service ng artist kapag sa tingin nila hindi naman worth it. So, kung naman case to case, ganoon rin. Pero case to case yung iba, sabi nila na depende na ma'am kung magkano yung kaya mo. Ido-draw kita. Pero sometimes kasi nalulugi yung artist niyan. So since siya yung business owner, siya yung nag-hard work, siya yung may naggagawa ng art, then hard work niya yung um, ang kailangan niya compensation sa artwork niya. So kailangan ma-meet din naman talaga yung kan. So kailangan mo magkaroon ng standardized price policies to improve profitability. So yun, nagsaset sila ng pricing. At least, kung maghingi ng discount, hindi na sila malulugi. May explain nila lang maayos kung bakit ganito ang pricing ng product nila. So next is transitioning require training sales teams to defend value-based pricing. Yun nga, i-train mo yung sales team, developing structured price tiers, discounting policies, hanggang saan lang ba yung kaya mong ibigay na discount na hindi ka malulugi, enforcing compliance with the new pricing models. So policy for pricing in economic downturns, price war and aggressive discounting often erode margin without increasing demand. Companies should protect profitability. Ito talaga. Sabi pa nga natin, when you are starting a business, hindi ka nag-start ng business para malugi. You start a business to earn a profit. Profitability. Kapag nag-business ka naman na hindi naman para mag-earn, for what reason? Bakit ka nag-business? So, offering temporary promotion instead of permanent price cuts. So, instead of price cuts, why not 30% discounts, mga ganyan, no? Bundling addition instead of lowering price. 'Di ba nakita natin nagbebenta ng isang bundle ng sardinas, may kasama na ng planggana. So, additional value 'yon. Targeting resilient customer by segments, essential goods versus luxury products. So, there's a difference between essential goods and mga luxury products, no? Alam naman natin 'yan. Bakit essential ba ang makeup? Is it luxury or essential goods? So, you must understand that. So, policies for promotional pricing. Promotions can drive short-term sales but create long-term pricing risk if used excessively. So, risk to overusing promotion. Customer delay purchase waiting for discounts. Yung parang too much of promotions. Kaya nga, naghihintay talaga yung customer for discount. Di ba napapansin natin kapag kailan parang medyo nawawala na sa trend, tsaka pa bumibili. Yung nagbibigay na ng malaking discount, tsaka pa bibili yung customer. Because yun ang ina-expect nila. Brand perception shift toward low price positioning, profit erosion due to deep, frequent discounts. So the best practice for promotional pricing is to limit frequent and duration to maintain perceived value. Use target offers, so mga loyalty program, first time buyer incentives, di ba? May mga discount for the first time buying. So ensure profitability by calculating the true impact of promotions. So yan. So ito yung mga key summer key policies. Pricing policies shape customer behavior, avoid inconsistency and excessive discounting. Proactive pricing prevents revenue leakage, hindi ka malulugi. Structured negotiation policy reduce price erosion, and ito, etc. Different buyer types require different strategies. You should not you should not use this one size fit all. Hindi lahat pare-pareho. There are different types of buyers, different behaviors, different buying capabilities and capacities. So you must understand that, 'di ba? Sabi ko pa nga yung last time sa klase, different buying powers, different purchase decision making. So manage price increase carefully. Kapag mayroong price increase, especially sa global market, hindi ka bigla-bigla na lang nag-i-increase. You must let the customer understand that. So avoid excessive promotion pricing. So let's go with chapter 6 and 7. So pricing strategy, price levels. So setting price that capture value. So hindi ka basta-basta nag-i-increase lang ng prices na hindi na-understand yung value ng product, di ba? The customer will only pay for the product that they're buying as they comprehend the value of the product. No? As how they comprehend the value of the product. Pricing is the moment of truth. All of the marketing comes focused on in the pricing decision, according to E. Raymond Corey, Harvard Business School. So in this chapter, explain set the value price based on value, cost, and market conditions. So you must understand that you need to consider the value of the product, how much did you spend to make the product, and the market condition. Is the market ready for that pricing, or is the marami ka bang market? What I meant is, marami bang bibili sa product mo? Is that product in that trend na maraming magko-consider magbabuy? So a structured approach ensures price affect the true value of the product while staying competitive. So step in price setting, number 1, define reasonable price range. So you must let the customer understand a reasonable price range. So identify ito, no. Number 2, market choice, strategic choice, assess break even, gauge price elasticity, account for psychological factors, and communicate new prices to market. So first is identify the price customer will pay and the lowest price that covers cost. So positive and differentiation and competitive conference. So negative differentiation yan. So yan ang TEV, total economic value. So ito yung reasonable price range. So makikita natin ng positive dito. Dito. Ito yung reasonable price range. So number 2, yun na, make strategic choices. Decide whether you skimming initial price range, di ba? Yung malaki muna, then later on you will decrease the pricing, or penetration pricing, start with lower then eventually increase the pricing. So skim the market, yun nga, penetrate, then meron din tinatawag na neutral. Yung parang sa tingin mo hindi masyadong mababa, hindi rin masyadong mataas. So yun. So gain market share will not allowing price alone to restrict it. Neutral pricing minimize the role of prices as a market tool in favor of the other tactics that management believes are more powerful or cost-effective of a product's market. So, i-assess mo rin ang break-even sales changes. So, di ba, we must understand how much will we sell the product that we are selling. How much is the price? So, how much will you sell it? The pricing of the product. So, how many products or how many units of products are you going to make or sell just to meet the break even? So, understand, yun na, explain na natin itong break even, di ba? Understand how much sales need to change for price. For example, nag-increase ka ng price. Ilan ang units na kailangan mo benta? Kapag nag-decrease ka, you must understand it. So, nakita natin dito, di ba? Kapag yung sa CM, contribution margin. So, sa gauge price elasticity naman, it explains that and determine how sensitive the customer are to price changes. So, you must understand, di ba, as a customer, as a consumer, how do you behave or how do you react when there is a changes in the price of the product that you are buying. For example, gasoline. Kapag nag-increase ang price ng gasoline, how do you react as a customer? As a consumer, how do you react? So, yun. Kapag nag-decrease, paano ka ba nagre-react? Paano ba to? So, yun. Next is account for psychological factor. Yun ang sabi natin. Nagmamatter din ang pricing sa psychological factor. How the customer understand the product that you're selling. Consider how customer perceive the fairness and understand the relationship. If the customer see the product relatively parang kung naman talaga, they perceive the pricing of the product is quite okay naman talaga sa pricing nito, ay na-meet naman niya for example, nagbenta ka ng Rolex, binenta mo ng 100,000. Do you think magrereklamo yung customer? Hindi. Matutuwa pa yun. Kasi usually ang mga Rolex is nasa more than 100 eh. So kung 100,000 lang yung bibenta mo, bibili yan. So bakit ba bibilihin niya? Kasi it's luxury. It's, ano tawag ito, the brand itself sells. Um, the, ano tawag ito, binibigay nitong prestige. Binibigay nitong pangalan sa customer. So, yun. It's fair for them, especially for the collectors. So factors influence price sensitivity. Researchers have identified a list of factors that influence a buyer's price sensitivity, including the following. Reference value. Value is always relative in the mind of the customer. By reframing a customer to view more expensive alternatives as the reference buyer, price sensitivity can be reduced. So, di ba, lalo na kapag yung customer is so sensitive in the product. Di ba? For example, ang brand A is ganito ang price niya. So, as a pricing strategist, of a business, you must understand, bakit kahit ito ang price ng product mo? So, mga customer, kapag may mga customer kasi, nagre-refer sila, si product na ganito, alternative B, alternative C, ganito yung quality, ganito yung product, compared sa product A. So, as a strategist, paano mo mamimit yung expectation ng customer? Paano ba sila nagre-reference ng value ng product na binebenta mo from other alternatives? So, next is switching cost. Buyers are less sensitive to the price of the product. The greater the added cost, both monetary and non-monetary, of switching from their current supplier. So, meron naman difficult comparison. Buyers are less sensitive when it is difficult to compare suppliers. The cost of not getting the expected benefit of a purchase are high. So, difficult comparison. Less sensitive ang customers. Important and benefit, importance of and benefit naman. Buyers are less price sensitive when the product is small part of a cost of a benefit with high economic or psychological importance. For example, yun nga sabi ko, kapag bumili ng Rolex, hindi na mamain yung iba yan. Kasi the prestige it gives, the psychological effect. Kapag naka-Rolex ka, titingnan ka ng class. Titingnan ka ng parang may higher class than iba. 'Di ba? Dati sa panahon sige, sa yung kami mga bata pa kami, mga binata pa lang kami. So, yung mga nasa teenager pa kami. Kapag sino yung mga naka-iPhone dati, sino yung mga naka-Android, yung mga naka-iPhone, mayaman na yan. Yung mga naka-Android, medyo may kaya. Pero ngayon, halos lahat kasi meron ng iPhone, meron ng Android. So, sino yung pinaka-latest? Yun, di ba? Ano yung epekto nito kapag naka-latest? Uy, rich kid. Di, ganyan, pumapasok agad yung psychological effect nito. So, price quality perception naman, price ay buyers are less sensitive to product price to the extent that the price is a proxy for the likely um, quality of the purchase. Size of expenditure, buyers are more or less or price sensitive when expenditures are relatively small, ay large or small as a portion. Yan nga, size of expenditure, magkano depende pa rin sa expenses of overall budget. Shared cost, buyers are less price sensitive when some of the all purchase praised by others. Di ba? Kapag shared ang expenses, di rin nagmamatter. Transaction value, katulad sa sinabi natin kanina, buyers are motivated more than just the acquisition utility associated with obtaining and using the product. They are also motivated by transaction utility associated with the difference between the price paid and what the buyer considered a reasonable fair offer of the product. So, yun. Kung ano ba yung nare-receive nila na sa product na yun, sa prices na binayad nila. Perceived fairness naman, how the customer will understand the product or how they see the product, if the price of the product is fair or reasonable. Do you think kapag magbenta ako dito ng iPhone na bago, iPhone 18. Lagay natin, iPhone 18, ibebenta ko ng 90,000. May bibili ba? Meron. Sasabihin pa nila, it's reasonable because it's new in the market and also, lalo na kapag ikaw pala yung naka-iPhone 18, so syempre, isipin mo, reasonable to and fair naman ito kasi bago siya sa market. So, communicating price changes, customer often resist price increase. Rarely, you must, as a price strategist, you must really understand that customer is really sensitive when it is, when the price changes is being topic. Why? Kasi, ikaw nga mismo, di ba kapag sa time na siguro sa bata kayo, yung binibili yung mga bubot is 1 for 4 o yung mga chewing gum na apat ay piso apat, 'di ba yung mga fishball na piso dalawa. Pero ngayon, isang fishball which is medyo pricey na siya compared sa dati, no? So you need to understand that customer is really sensitive towards pricing. So how will you communicate it? Justify the increase. Yung nga sabi natin kanina, yung dati yung tinapay, yung pandesal, piso lang yan, piso isa. Pagkatapos ngayon, 2 piso na, meron pang 5 piso. So you must let the customer understand the product price that you're selling. Why there is an increase in the prices, um, bakit ano ba yung ingredients na ginamit mo? Bakit ano ba yung mga expenses na pag-grade ng product? The value cost and the fixed cost of the product that you're selling. Yun, you need to quote kanya. And also offer discounts or service reduction to soften the impact. it's really important for price strategies, di ba, even sa market, to offer discounts or service reduction to, di ba, kapag medyo mahal na product, minsan nagse-sale, nag-offer ng discount sa customers so that they can parang ma-maintain pa rin yung mga customers sa pag-buy ng product mo. So, sa chapter summary, nandito, structured approach. Nandito yung it helps avoid mistakes and ensure profitability pa rin. Pricing should reflect the value, not just the cost, and pricing a balance between cost, customer perception, and competition. Nandito naman yung key takeaways for chapter 6. Let's go sa chapter 7. In chapter 7, price competition, managing competitive pricing. It's really important for pricing strategies to understand how much is the competition's price, no? Your rival's price, and how do they set price, no? Paano ba sila nagse-set ng price? Paano ba nagpe-pressure yung mga rivals mo? Victorious warrior will win first and then go to war. While defeated warrior go to war first and then seek to win. Di ba? Sabi pa nga nila, the battle first is in the mind. So you need to understand that you need first to win the battle before you win the war. Kaya nga minsan may mga sa war pag ano yan dati, there will be messengers minsan before they send warriors to wars, they will communicate leader to leader. If they come up with the agreement, then they will not wage war. Kasi paano naman silang lugi? Matatalo sila kapag gigera sila kaagad. So yun, no? So there should be a agreement, a treaty between leaders. For example, dito yung sa war against yung sa Middle East and the ano tawag dito, US, 'di ba? There is a talk. There is a talk before sila nag-wage ng war. Then, yun. So, ganun rin this chapter, kailangan natin ma-understand as a price strategist. How will you strategically win a price competition without damaging or engaging, rather not damaging naman, without engaging damaging price wars. Yun. So understand the competitive pricing. For example, nagbebenta ka ng gasolina. So nakita mo yung gas station nagbebenta ng ganitong pricing. So kailangan mo ba mag-set ng higher sa kanila or lower? Sometimes mas higher because mas gusto mong kumita kasi sa kanila. Pero sa tingin mo ba kapag nagbebenta ka ng mas higher sa kanila, mas bibili ba sa yung tao? Or compared sa mga ibang nagbebenta, kapag mas higher sa'yo, do you think maraming bibili sa'yo? So, you need to consider that. Competing on price alone, lower profits without necessarily increasing the long-term sales. So, competing to grow profitability. So, it's really important for you as a business owner or a price setter or price strategist to consider, are you increasing the price for increased profit or decrease the price for yung competence ng business mo is to increase, to grow profitability. Depende yan sa iyo. Depende rin sa market. Depende sa situation. No, hindi sa lahat ng oras tama mag-increase ng malaking price. Hindi rin sa lahat ng oras mag-adjust ka, mag-lower ka ng price. You need to consider whether it's profitability or nagkakaroon ka na ng loss. Business must anticipate how competitors will react before making price changes. Yun nga, before you make changes, you must understand first how the market works, how the customer behaves, and how your competition or rivals behave. More often, competitive advantage are carved out of the efficient management of a firm's value chain. Michael Porter, the Harvard guru, cites three ways that companies can proactively manage operation to achieve competitive advantage. Number one is need-based positioning. If the product is a need, so based on the serving the needs of a particular customer segment or niche, so which enables the firm to tailor its operation to meet the unique needs of the segment more cost effectively. 'Di ba? Kung kailangan, kailangan. Next is access. Access based on the product's ability to gain access to customers in unique way. No access. Access can be a function or geography. For example, dito Tawi-Tawi, it's a geographical advantage for business owners to take advantage of the market. Kasi mas malayo tayo sa city eh. Hindi katulad sa Zamboanga, customer can, if they don't like the stores inside the Zamboanga, they can easily go to Pagadian or kasi land trip lang. Dito, kailangan pa magbarko or plane. The shipping is much um, costly ang shipping. For example, no, one of my colleague, when I asked him, so, sir, how much is the motorcycle, the price of the motorcycle that you brought when you first bought it? So, sabi niya sa akin, the total price is almost 90,000, mga 90,000, around 90,000. Sabi ko, continue pa, sabi ko, sir, yun ang price niya dito sa Bungaw. What do you think ang price niya sa Zamboanga? Sabi niya, mga around na 80,000. Tapos sabi niya sa akin, sir, kung dito ko sa Zamboanga sana siya bibili. But, naisip niya, dito naman niya gagamitin sa Tawi-Tawi. So, sinabi niya sa akin, instead of buying in Zamboanga, binili na lang niya dito sa Tawi-Tawi. Why? If sa Zamboanga siya bibili, marami pa siyang babayaran, marami pa siyang ipaprocess. Magbabayad pa siya ng process ganito, magbabayad pa siya sa shipping or sa barko, magbabayad pa siya sa magbubuhat or anything. Maraming kailangan i-process. Which will cost almost similar sa price na dito sa Tawi-Tawi. So, instead of buying sa Zamboanga, pareho lang naman. Kahit konti lang naman yung difference. So, mas pinili niya. Mas ma-access naman niya dito. And, yung papers mas mabilis man ma-process dito. So, dito na siya bibili. So, dito na siya bumili. So, yun nga. Focus-based positioning naman, based on the developing unique capability to do one or more narrowly focused activities to add value to value chain across industry, because the focus activity does not add value alone. So focus siya dapat. A focus supplier must closely monitor and coordinate its operations with other suppliers that manage value chain. So reacting to competition, think before you act. Ito talaga. It's really important to think before you act. Do not just increase pricing because nag-increase na yung kompetensya mo. Isipin mo muna. Kailangan ba? Bakit ka mag-increase? So, yun. Is there a response that would cost less than the preventable sales loss? If your competitor willing and be able to cut price again, yan. Kapag nag-increase ka, kaya mo bang ibalik siya sa normal price? Yun, kailangan mo yan is pag-isipan. Hindi natin ibasahin lahat. Okay, basahin nyo na lang. Managing price competition strategically. So, yun nga. Thoughtful reaction. Avoid immediate price cuts. Instead, assess whether lowering price is necessary. Using competitive information, research competitors' pricing, but avoid blindly matching their moves. Choosing when to compete price lower price only if this strengthens market position rather than just follow competitors. Kung nag-low ang pricing ng kalaban, it doesn't mean you need to lower your price. You need to consider, especially kapag nagbebenta ka, nagrerenta ka, baka mas mura yung sa competitors mo because he or she doesn't pay rent. So, ikaw, nagbabayad ka ng renta. So, hindi mo kailangan i-similar yung product price mo sa competition mo. So, you need to evaluate. Collect and evaluate competitive information. So, selective communication information. It is usually much easier for managers to see the value of collecting competitive information than it is for them to see the value in knowingly revealing similar information to the competition. After all, information is power. So, before you increase the price, you must first announce that there will be increase in price. 'Di ba? Yung pag-increase kagad dito ng mga pricing sa gasolina, bigla-biglaan. Hindi nag-expect yung mga tao. Pero 'di ba, tignan natin yung sa mga national, 'di ba sa radyo and TV, pinapalabas, there will be an increase in price ganito ganyan. So, yung mga tao sa city, hindi na sila mabibigla. Kasi there is an announcement. While dito sa Tawi-Tawi, bigla na nag-increase. Nagugulat yung customer. So, ikaw, as a price setter, you must let the customer understand. Pwede. Pwede yung mga bumibili sa'yo. Yung mga customers mo, bumibili sa'yo. Explain mo sa kanila, customer, there will be an increase of pricing. I hope you understand because there's an increase ganito ganyan. So that they can easily understand it naman. Hindi naman kasi dapat na nag-i-increase ka lang for no reason. Hindi pwede yun. Show willingness and ability to defend. Yun. Back up opportunism with information. It's really important, especially nowadays. It's really important for customers to understand the product, the price of the product that you're selling. It's really important for them to understand that the pricing is really ganyan na kasi yun nga, namimit naman niya yung expectation ng product mo, na product na binibenta mo sa price na sinet mo. Ayan, bakit ka nag-increase? It's really important for customer to know that. So, when you should compete on prices? Yun, tanong. Kailan ka ba mag-i-increase ng price? Hindi porket nag-increase ng price sa competition, mag-increase ka na rin. Hindi porket nag-increase yung kailangan i-understand muna. That's why information is really needed. So, price wars hurt profitability. Yes. And should be avoided when possible. Competing with your rivals in pricing is really really hard. But you must understand that in order to meet profitability, you must meet no understand that you should not compete pataasan ng pricing or pababaan ng pricing. You must also consider the cost, your cost, no? Para hindi ka malugi. Yung joke ko pa nga, di ba? Bumaba yung dalawang nagbebenta ng bigas. Yung isa nagbenta ng bigas, 100 peso. Yung isa nagbenta ng 90, tapos nagbaba, hanggang sa ginagawa na lang nila na libre. So, yun. You should not do that. Though it's a joke, but it's a simple reality of price check or checking sa para hindi ka malugi. So, firms should focus on differentiating their value rather than only competing on prices. Yun, you must understand the value than just competing with your hayaan mo silang magbaba ng presyo nila. Baka naman nagbaba sila kasi kaya nila. So, ito naman yung key takeaways. Basahin na lang natin. So, that would be all for chapter 5, 6, 7. Thank you.